Some monsters haunt ancient legends. Others were created by the internet. But what if the truth is even stranger than either? Today, we're uncovering the real stories behind 5 famous cryptids and the shocking facts that inspired them. You'll never look at these legends the same way. The Thunderbird. The Thunderbird is a legendary creature from Native American mythology, a bird so massive its wing beats were said to sound like thunder. In 1886, a group of men in Tombstone, Arizona claimed to have killed and captured one, and the local paper ran a photo of them posing beside a giant pterodactyl. When that photo resurfaced online in the 2010s, conspiracy theorists took it as proof the Thunderbird was real and possibly a surviving dinosaur. Skeptics dug in, and while the original newspaper story checks out, the viral photo doesn't. It's a still from a 2000 TV show called Freaky Links, whose crew built a model pterodactyl to reenact the legend. The real 1800s photos, conveniently, have since been lost. So no, a pterodactyl probably wasn't flying over Arizona. But experts think the myth has real roots in dinosaur fossils. Pterodactyl and pteranodon bones are scattered across North America, and so are the remains of genuinely massive birds. In 1983, paleontologists in North Carolina unearthed Pelagornis sandersi, the largest flying bird ever found, with a 24-foot wingspan, extinct 25 million years ago. South America had its own giant, the condor-like Argentavis, extinct 6 million years ago. Easy to see how early humans, unfamiliar with fossils, mistook old bones for a living monster. Maybe the Thunderbird was never a monster at all, just an old bone big enough to make ancient eyes believe in giants. But if one myth was hiding in a fossil bed this whole time, what else is still buried out there? The Rake. The Rake is a monster that stalks its victims on all fours, and unlike older legends, it's thoroughly modern, with sightings that almost always come with photo or video evidence. The most famous clip, from 2006, shows the creature lurking in someone's backyard, and it went viral, turning an obscure cryptid into an internet legend almost overnight. But because the Rake lives entirely online, sleuths could trace its origin straight back to a 4chan thread from 2005, where a group of users openly built the monster from scratch to prank the internet. So what about the footage? That eerie backyard clip actually comes from a Spanish short film about a fallen angel, with nothing to do with the Rake until users repurposed it to keep the hoax alive. Another widely shared image wasn't even real-world footage. It was promotional artwork for the video game Resistance 3, staged to look like a trail cam photo to hype the game's release. Genuinely creepy, entirely manufactured, and honestly, I think I've looked at it enough. Have you? Mermaids. Mermaids are cryptids famous for beauty, but sailors have told terrifying stories since 1000 BC of human-fish hybrids luring ships to their doom before drowning the crew. Turns out there might be a rational explanation: manatees, dugongs, and beluga whales. These animals aren't winning beauty pageants, but hear me out. Manatees and dugongs really do rise out of shallow water in tail stands, sirens of Greek myth style, and from the waist down, in the right light, they can pass for a mermaid's description. Their skin even takes on a human-like hue underwater. Sure, a manatee mermaid skews more voluptuous than the svelte version we usually picture. Then there's the 2018 photo that went viral, appearing to show a beluga whale with eerily human legs beneath its skin. It's really just a timing fluke. Beluga blubber sits in tubular columns, and the camera caught it shifting to briefly resemble a pair of knees. Picture a homesick sailor, months at sea, catching a glimpse of that in the fog. Science says manatee. He swore it was a woman. Who do you believe, the biologist or the man who was actually there? Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil is a bizarre cryptid whose body is said to consist of a goat's head, bat wings, forked tail, hooves, first described in the 1700s as the offspring of a witch and Satan. Sightings have piled up ever since, including a 2015 photo from New Jersey resident David Black, taken as the creature allegedly flew past, plus a video captured that same night by another local. Some cryptozoologists took it seriously, but skeptics noticed a problem. The creature's wings flutter, yet its body and head stay completely rigid, a sign this isn't a living animal at all, but more likely a stuffed toy or cardboard cutout rigged to a flying drone. Both the photo and video are almost certainly hoaxes, but the legend might have a sliver of truth, just not a supernatural one. Early descriptions of the Jersey Devil closely resemble the real hammer-headed bat, a large species native to West and Central Africa. Nobody can explain how a tropical bat would end up in New Jersey, though, unless one escaped a zoo or private collection. So maybe the devil's deal is still on the table, because nobody's explained how an African bat's exact description ended up in New Jersey folklore 300 years before anyone here had ever seen one. Coincidence, or something older than the hoax? Skinwalkers. Navajo tradition includes one of its most feared figures, the Skinwalker, an evil witch capable of shape-shifting into animals to lure victims into a false sense of security before killing them. Some believe that even in human form, Skinwalkers move animalistically, growling, running on all fours, which is why some netizens point to 2021 CCTV footage as a sighting. Not everyone's convinced. Some think the person is just sprinting to find their glasses, training for a wheelbarrow race, or staging a hoax. The most widely shared Skinwalker photo, often claimed to be trail cam footage from the woods, is actually a still from the 1982 film Extro, showing an alien's grotesque offspring. So another clip debunked, but believers say the legend still holds up because a shape-shifted Skinwalker can't replicate an animal perfectly. Its face, body, or behavior stays unervingly human, as captured in an eerie sculpture by artist Anya Boss. The internet is full of animal clips with similarly unsettling human touches, and even the lack of solid evidence has an explanation in Skinwalker lore. Saying the name out loud is said to summon one to hunt you down. Maybe the silence isn't superstition at all. Maybe it's the one rule nobody's ever actually been willing to break to find out what happens. Would you say the name? Legends, hoaxes, or something we still can't explain? Maybe it's a little of all three. If one of these five got under your skin, let us know which one in the comments. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's the time, because the next mystery might be even harder to explain away.